Hey guys, and welcome to the Tuesday stream where Kerbal loaded in. Brilliant, beautiful. We got the music in today because honestly I haven't got the contract ready for today. So we're going to write that contract and we're going to make everything work nice and well. To do that, I am going to show you a different part of my save files. Obviously I've got the one that we're doing on stream, but I also have a test save. Obviously one that I teleport things around in, find out what's going on. Good evening, Shrub, good to see you. And hello all the video watchers, the VODs, how are you doing out there? Excuse me. I've come in from a beautiful 23-degree day into a room that doesn't get any sunlight, and I've had to put a jumper on, and it's cold and it's horrible, and I don't know why it's like this. But hey, we're here like this anyway, and I'm here to entertain. So as I said, we're going to go into my save files, and here's Lagrange. This is the one that we've been doing a lot of work with. It's the one where I've been showing you the contracts pretty much as they've been finished. But if we come on the way down here, we've got the Principia Playground, which is a creative one. I can't test contracts in Creative World, so we've also got a planet check that I don't know, I can't even remember why I made this one originally, but it ended up working out really well for testing on my contracts, and we're gonna go. I'm going to go ham. We're going to cheat everything. We're going to see what's missing, what needs to be done, how we can do this. If we have a look in Lagrange, brilliant. I have done everything that needs to be done beforehand. We've just got this potentially broken mission here. It's worth a lot of money, but that's because it's around the sun. Look, so what we need to do is let's go and look in the tracking station and talk about this. I'm sure I'm going to end up describing this a lot to a lot of different people many times over, but that's fine. You hopefully at this point have seen the MUN reference frame. Let's get this one here. That's the one I like to see. It shows you the contour lines of the gravitational landscape, and it particularly shows you where the L4 and L5 points are, but what I want to talk about is the L2 point. So if we talk about the different numbers of the Lagrange points, this first one in between the moon and Earth is Lagrange 1. This is the first one. I mean, it kind of gets nicely named because it's the easiest to understand, right? In the rotating frame here, you've got like the moon's gravity and you've got the Earth's gravity, or Kerbin in this case, but hey, this exists in the moon-Earth system as well. And this is where the points balance, and if you're this side, you end up spiraling towards Earth, and if you're this side, you spiral towards the moon. Roughly. The path actually just ends up getting thrown around, but like that's the way to think about it. On the back side over here, we've got the L2 point, and this is the one that we really want to get to. Here, it's not so much the gravities that are balancing, but it's the gravity and the centrifugal force, the spin that you've got going around here balances out. You end up going faster because you're traveling with the moon, right? Higher orbits travel slower, right? So if you're traveling in lockstep with the moon, you're traveling faster than you should be. So your orbit should be bigger, but the gravity from the moon and the Earth pull that orbit back, and that's the L2 orbit. Now, that's the Kerbin MUN one, but what about the Kerbin Sun one? Whoa, much bigger landscape to look at here, but it's essentially the same situation. We've got L4 and L5 in the middle of their circles over there, and if we zoom in, we've got L1 and L2. Apart from we're looking at the sun, not looking at it. Hey Zed, how's it going, man? We're doing a JWST recreation, a James Webb Space Telescope recreation. I don't know what my acronym KWST is going to stand for. Is it the Kerbals Wondrous Space Telescope? Is the best I've got coming up with so far, but I feel like we can have stronger. Or is it just like Kerb Webb? No, because that's not how the Kerbal naming things work. Anyway, so because of that, I'm trying to figure out where we're going to, and it turns out it's this one right here. This is the L2 point. I was just describing how because you're traveling at the same speed as Kerbin, but in a higher orbit, you're traveling faster than you should be, but the gravitational mix of Kerbin and the sun over here end up pulling you into a good position, and that's the orbit we're going for. But there are other things we need to do. Like in the mission, I want to try and let the player have a Kerbal thing. Let's go out to another So the reason I'm struggling with this is because I don't quite know what I want to do. Either I check the contract to see whether you've got a part, this part right here, the Sentinel infrared telescope, this bad boy on the top. Unfortunately, it can't be a root part, so I've got to put it up there. I either check to see whether people have that open. In fact, there's loads. The JWST. I feel like it has to start with a K. I don't know. I mean, if I was going to go with that, surely we'd go with a JWST. So yeah, do I see whether players have got this part already? Do I give them the part as an experimental part? Or do I insist that they take an entire sub-assembly, control unit here, out of here that is a thing that I've built myself? Because that's a thing we can do. One of uncommon web space telescope. I like it. I mean, it'd be good to reference like the Kerbals that we've got in the background, right? All the various different peoples that we've got. That would be good. But I think the easiest we're gonna do. Okay, let me. Oh man, I might have to show you guys contract configurator. Okay. What did I do with that window? I went to pull it off onto a separate tab, and now it's disappeared. Okay. Wiki, and then I need to turn over to the OBS, and where's my display? Under there. Hello. So welcome. We got a is it parameters? This is the problem. I cannot remember how we do experimental parts. So I'm just gonna experimental. Is that let's have a look. Expressions are not what I'm looking for. Okay, so I don't think it's in the parameters. I've got to remember how to give them the new part as an experimental part, and that's something I don't quite remember off the top of my head. I don't even know if it's in the parameters. There's so each contract has a bunch of different things. So contract group, don't worry about contract group. It's not important. It's for setting up agencies and stuff like that. But the contract type, that's where you put your actual contract inside a contract type. Boom. Can I show you this? Hey, look, it's kind of code, but don't worry, it's just script. It's all about the brackets, right? Contract type, and then you open your bracket, right? And then inside, so contract type is basically just your contract. And then inside the contract type, you've got a bunch of different things that can apply to the contract, right? Parameters, requirements are like the worst named prerequisites in the world, right? This is what you need to have before you can have the prerequisites that are required for the contract to be offered. So I don't think it's in here. This is how I would go, like, hey, have you got this part unlocked? All right, so this would be the one in this this part here. I would write down infrared telescope. I can't remember the actual name of it, but that's all right, because if I come over to my science and part parameters, I've gone through all the parts that I care about and found out what their names are by saving a ship and reading it off of the persistent file. Yeah, this has been a lot more work than I expected, which is silly because I totally should have thought about it. Okay, so maybe I'm not seeing a requirement in here. Oh wait, we need to expansion. Oh, expansion expression. No, my bad. I was really expecting it in the parameters, and the fact that it's not is kind of interesting. Behaviors, maybe? Behaviors do things. So I suspect unlock part, unlock tech, waypoint, experimental part. There we go. I suspect this is the one that we want right here. So, okay. So, it's got a lot of parameters, but that's fine. We can put this in. So this is what I'm going to do to open up the telescope to them. It's got a lot of extra bits here that we don't like. Required, yes, but we don't need multiples. We only need one of them. when or if the part should be unlocked, contract acceptance, but that's by default, so we don't need to put one in. Okay, that's cool. Alright, well, I guess we can just go ahead and throw this in. If the unlock criteria is set to parameter completion, the name of the parameter. Okay, so we could put a parameter to be the thing. When should the part be removed and experimental on contract completion? Okay, I think we're actually going to just need to do this as 2. I'm guessing the sun itself has the Lagrange points with the center of the galaxy. If we had a big enough system, but honestly, it's too busy. Everything's too busy. You need to have a certain cleanness to the to the gravitational landscape for those Lagrange points to appear, or to not be swamped out by the noise of everything else. They do exist, right? You could forget about everything else in the galaxy and just think about Sagittarius A star, which is the black hole, and Earth, or the sun, right? And I believe several million is less than is more than 25 times the size of the sun. So we'll take that as right. But that distance is so large between the sun and Sagittarius A star that the gravitational landscape, as I've been calling it, is very shallow. That like it's not strong at all, and so things like Betelgeuse, which is a huge star nearby, would be more than enough to overpower that. I think. Yeah. That's my gut reaction to that question. Because the galaxy is horrendous. Like thinking about individual stars' motions inside the galaxy, we should start looking at here. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right. Anyway, we decided what we needed to do here. I needed to put this behavior in our contract, and I'm just gonna snag this and pop it over here. So here's a contract. I'm just gonna immediately put the behavior at the top here because it is a thing that we want to happen straight away. And whilst we don't need to keep this all chronological, like there's no reason to whatsoever, it sure does make my life a lot easier to think about it in this way. So name needs to be changed. This is open scope. Yeah, what? No. Scope available. That's probably a better telescope available. Because I gotta think about what am I gonna be like when I come and look at this like 7 months time. Available. Is that right? Maybe I've got too many A's in there. I don't know. I hate being dyslexic sometimes. All right now. We want the part right here. Beautiful. We will take that copy and we just stick that underneath, and this should be everything. And then I'm in the wrong contract. Well, let's just grab that and put it over here. I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. Okay, that is cool. And then the part that we're looking for is right here, infrared telescope. Okay, copy. And this should make, hopefully, a bit more sense to what we've got going here. Save it. Like I always go with the Earth Shadow as the name of the mission. Name title. Ooh. Let's go dash to the to Kerbin's shadow. That's evocative, my friend. I love that. That is amazing. I like that. Synopsis: deliver, deploy, and operate the Kerbin. Yeah. Like I say, this is just a placeholder name. The Kerbin's Wanderer Space Telescope. We'll figure that out. Okay, so at the moment we need to have been to the Mons L2, so we know roughly the physics of the Kerbin L2, right? We get given this experimental part. Then when we launch, is there like a defined feature? Welcome to the Shadow Zone. I love that. Well, the Shadow Zone was he still is, right? All right. He used to be a KSP YouTuber. Then he became a space YouTuber. Now he's all about the kit and space agencies. Can I remember how to track a vessel? So back here, I've got the tracking vessels, sort of generic contract that I made a little while ago, just to make sure. Shadow Zone, he was a German. German. He's in English, right? But yeah, he played a lot of KSP. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, when things get mentioned, my brain triggers to give like little tangential responses, right? Okay, so what are we doing here? I am trying to figure out how to tailor this tracking because I want to know that the craft that we've launched with the scope is the same that's reached here. I think we're fine with that, actually. Don't worry about that. Let's never mind about that. This needs to disappear. This is rubbish. This is broken. So we test the telescope, we wait a while, and then we collect some science. Okay, should we give this a go? Should we see if this is doable? The problem is, you guys ready to talk about Artemis? Because I got to relocate Kerbal. There is a button, right? If I open Alt F10, right? Supposedly there's a button, fourth contract generation. If I hit this, it will say something somewhere about reloading, and then just never do anything. I don't think. Should we double check? Double check this one here. Yeah, the title's not changed yet. Okay, and it will just sit there forever. So we're gonna reload. So my favourite moments from the Artemis mission so far. I meant to have set up a little. Here, where's my get a picture running? You Kerbal, go. Where's my images? I must have deleted them all. Can I add image? That's cool. And then in my downloads, I'm talking you through stuff that you probably can't see. Look at that! Look at that! Everybody was waiting for this particular shot. Here is Earthrise 2.0, right? Here's the one that's been got by the newest mission. Like, literally everybody was on bated breath for this particular shot. And they did it. It came through 100%. It is amazing. So much high detail. But also, I say that, if we zoom right in, what's the quality of these craters? Like, what? I assume they were trying to get the distance into focus rather than up close, but yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is outrageous. The only difference, I was actually talking to a mate of mine about that in Discord earlier on. He was like, "What do you reckon the anti-moon conspiracy people are going to say is going on?" And I'm like, I've already seen them. I already know that they're saying it's AI generated. But you know, that's life. That's how things do be. Let's see how Kerbal's doing if I turn this off. It's still loading. Another moment that I really enjoyed was, I've forgotten her name. The woman that went up with them. Anyway, she was playing around with a camera. And I think it was a battery that got ejected, or an SD card or something like that. Obviously, those springs are quite strong, and there's nothing really to stop it in space. And ping, it went off. You should change the loading screen to my... I should do, you're right. I do have somewhere, did it... no, not you. KSP not on? Hello? KSP, what you doing? Alright, it's in that weird moment where it's just like, no, we're gonna think. With the groups and agents and stuff like that I've set up over here, one of the things you could do is change the tip. Oh, there we go. It moved. Is change the loading tips down below, and I've got getting twitchy with it in a few of those because I thought that was fun. Okay, let's just make sure we didn't break anything in the contract. Okay, yeah, it's looking good. And go back. Yeah, I mean, what would I even put in the pictures of my loading screen? I guess we'd have to try and find out a whole bunch of like craft from theatre. Like there's blatantly a bunch of stuff from How have I forgotten the name of my most popular series? Anyway, there's a bunch of ships from that. It was nearly like 10 years ago now, right? All that keeps coming up is Kerbal Wars. What's stopping you from having Earthrise photo from Artemis 2? No, I doubt anything. Particularly as it was, NASA published, and almost everything from NASA. I think actually everything from NASA is public domain. So yeah. I just have to find out how to mod that, and that shouldn't be that hard. That shouldn't be that hard. Lagrange, here we go. There we go. To curb in shadow. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I'm a little bit worried that things will not work, but like we'll go for it. Let's grab that. Let's get going. Now we're going to the sun Lagrange points. I can't check that. Wait, science. That this is made available to us because wait, I can. We might have to quit the contract, but yeah, definitely need glorious leader. Faux show. Quit the contract. It shouldn't have cost me anything. And then I'm going to come into the cheats here. I can only say maximum technology. I can't remove it. Look, I can remove all the science and funding and stuff, but I can't undo the fact that I gave myself everything a little while ago. Okay, that's not the. We'll check that at some point. I will start a new save up. I will unlock a bunch of stuff, and we'll see that. Make sure that contract is doing that thing. Okay, what do we want to do here? We've got ourselves a central point. Let's stick some decouplers on. Am I really going to use a Kerbal to go out? Yeah, I'm really going to use some Kerbals to go out there. Utility is not where we keep the docking ports anymore. It's all. Oh, maybe press Alt for that one. Get it in there. There. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, and then we just build a capable spacecraft on top. I really do want to find out if there's a way of building the heat shield in a foldable way. But I think that's gonna take an evening's worth of proper thought. You can make your life more difficult and send an entire land. What's this one? Hydraulic cylinders. Yeah, I don't know. Our lab, okay. I mean, that is what I want to set up for one of the later missions, right? It's just not as good as I'd like it to be. You know, I need a many extending telescopic piece. Telescoping hydraulic cylinder. Oh, that's a bit better. I wonder if. It's not really going to let me, right? It'd be nice if we could set up. Let's see if I can do it, but I really don't think it will. I want structural parts, and I just want to stick a few plates down. Just stick one on. Ah, yeah, look, it's only going to attach to the end here. I was hoping that I could attach them. Ooh. Oh, that attached to the back there. That I could attach a few parts to different places, and we could get some telescoping device, but it turns out no. Yo, Wick, how's it going, man? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. What's your views on the various Artemis craft pictures and stuff so far? You enjoying the pretty pictures? Enjoying the pretty pictures? Let's bring this. I mean, we could fold this way. Now, if I do this, what happens? Okay, so now I just need to get a third part. There is no way that I'm going to be able to make this look like the diamond. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I say no way. How much do I want that? Because, there is every way that if I spent the next however long sorting it out, of course I could. Of course I could make that happen. But I don't know if we're getting there. Not seeing any of the pics. How about this one? Look at that. That's beautiful. Isn't that amazing? We're zoomed right in here. Let me try and get. No, that's the KSP picture. Let's get this. Oh, it's all the way off there. I zoomed in a lot. No, don't move, Kerbal. Man, why are you doing these things? Please, game, please. It's not even the game. It's OBS a little bit. Okay, that took some silent thought time. That's crazy. That shouldn't need to happen, OBS. What is this? Anyway, there's the problem. Not using something like a router and triangle shapes to extend the shield, but I guess you were right trying to get the diamond shape. Yeah, I mean, well, the rotor's not a bad idea. You just kind of like fold it into place, right? Now I'm wondering whether I want to replace this. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Come here, you. What I want to do is actually kind of awkward. R18, R225. Oh, okay. Can we get just the tip? There we go. Beautiful. And then we turn this round to about there. Ooh. I mean, that's looking better. You can't. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Zed. Thank you. So I've replaced the end panel with a triangle. It's getting there, right? It's a bit more. It kind of hurts my face, but if we bring it out to like, whoa. This 1.85. That's a good triangle. I like that. Can I set the extension limit? 1.85. Okay, beautiful. We'll bring that traverse rate right down and we'll turn the damping up. Okay, this is a good start. I think you should be able to double the symmetry, not quad symmetry. Okay, so you can have two on the side, be slightly shorter. Yeah, no, all right, yeah, I do hear what you're saying. That does unfortunately mean that this plan, these triangles won't work. We'd have to. Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's remove this one here. Remove some symmetry, and I should be able to just. Okay, somehow that is attached to. Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure that out. No biggie. Remove some symmetry and that one too. Okay. What's happened here? Where do you belong? That's the real question. Okay, and then let's take that and pop that here and here. But now we need to make it somewhat shorter. How far should we go? Let's try 150. As opposed to 1.8. No, all right, 151. That's fine. This a better. Yeah, that's definitely a better shape. Pull that in like this. Cool. Now I'm wondering whether I want that for all of them. Let's get rid of those. Let's swap them out for this. Seems best. Yeah, this is close. I'm not quite sure where else we're going from here, but this is definitely getting there. Let me slam on some things like remote guidance, and we're gonna need like a fuel tank. Let's just think about what extra we need here. How are we gonna attach thrusters? Maybe what we want actually is just a little bit of RCS. And then we don't need to worry so much about stuff. Can you do me get a picture of the JWST Space Helicopter, an illustration of it in space, and put it in the corner of the screen like a webcam so we can have a reference? I most certainly can do that. Where did I steal my picture of JWST from? I stole one a second ago to make the thumbnail. Let us open here and check my downloads. I may have copy-pasted. There we go. JWST spacecraft model.png. Alright. Hi, browse. Brilliant. Hello, I'm the James Webb Space Telescope. I wish I didn't have a transparent background, but I have, so here we are. Let's put you there. The problem is very much the triangle shape. I don't know where to put this. This is quite noisy, right? Let's go find another picture. Let's go find a JWST image. That one. That's probably the least noisy but most useful. Hello. That's a little bit better. That's what we're aiming for. So if I come here and... So what I want to do is reroute from you to you. Get rid of that. Okay, here we go. What's the right angle? About there. Let's throw... that is far too big, right? We can throw some extra stuff under here. Look, you can see there's a little... oh, I don't know if you can. Do I have my red square? Red square. Wherever it is, it's out there somewhere, but supposedly it's right here, but I don't see it. Just move it up. There we go. Alright, red square suddenly appeared. Hello, welcome. If we look under, can I please have control of the red square? My mouse is slowly dying. I think that's what it might be. The click function has worn away to the point where it's like, nah, you've done too much with me. I don't like that. We can rotate. That's nice. I'm trying to find somewhere to click on. You know what? Let's just drag it down here like this. You can't stop me. Look, okay, under there, there is an extra box of stuff, right? So maybe we should try and put stuff there that we need. That's more in line. You can see that there is a fraction of section, not a point. Oh, right at the end, that's the same sort of size as the end strut. Scroll up a little bit there. Does that put them in the same place? Yeah, because really this should be... Can we get that? Yeah, just like that. And this comes up to here, and then we do the same again, but on the other bottom side. If I can make it face the right way. Come on. I know you want to play for me. Let's do this. Yeah, look at that. I know how to manipulate parts. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I know how to manipulate parts here. Like that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Oh, the bit on the bottom looks like the Probodyne. You know what? That's a good shout. It could very well be. What I have done, however, is attached this to the wrong part. Put you there. Put you there. Because these are going to have to be foldable as well, right? Let's recognize that. You to there, and then you to there. Look at that. Can we get the right angle? That's about the right angle. It's definitely a good start, right? Oh, okay, so you just were trying to point out it's flat here, whereas pointy here. Okay, my bad. throw one of these. No, I can't. I bet we can. The can't is not the word here. I mean, it works. I mean, for a certain level of works. Can't remember if there's a gyro wheel. There does not appear to be a gyro wheel. Okay, we'll slap a few of those on quick. And I've got to get some RCS on here as well. Oh, maybe actually the gyros need to go out here. We'll make a little I don't know. Take a little dramatic license, and instead of making these flat square, make a flat circle. I mean, it looks like it belongs, and then we've got like maximum torque. Yeah, so I'm down, but I'm also trying to make it as vanilla as possible, Zed. Sounds good. Like, if I was just doing this for me, I'd be all over it. But actually, I'm trying to make something that I can maybe one day release. Maybe. Not that anybody's ever going to be interested in playing this other than me. Like, maybe there's like 6 people on the planet. Robotics. I would like to get the G0 hinge. Yeah, nice. Why are you up and down there? Yeah, that's better. Then we pop this. I'm sure hinge to extendable arm is not going to cause any troubles whatsoever. Target angle. We start up here and we come down. I mean, we don't want to go that far, right? So bring this down to 0. You know what? That's right in the numbers. When it's these big, just do that. Okay. Okay, that feels nice and stable. And then I reckon we just stick some panels on this little fold down bit. Wherever the panels are. Let's go 12s? Surely 12s. No. Maybe we need a wing piece. I hate flying with wing pieces because it inevitably causes some troubles. But we'll try. That's alright. Shrub. It's all good. Wing. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's big. Alright, that's too big. Nay. Nay. We'll go over here. Oh, this one's a bit more like it. Okay, let's see if we can get this on here properly. Alright, I'm just going to check to make sure we're on the hinge before I do anything. Alright, yeah, cool. We're good on the hinge. Rotate this part thuswards. And then bring it down. We're going to have to get a cowl involved, right? I don't think we're going to go with multiple layers. You know what? We're just going to go with the one layer and oh, it stuck it on the wrong bit. That's interesting. Things that you don't find out until you start moving stuff around. It won't go there. Can I not attach it to the back? Is the wing like piece like that? It's because I'd stuck the wing on with the back piece and then moved it down, right? 2, and then bring this out here like that. I don't mind the flat bit. I think that's pretty good. The next thing, of course, was some thrusting of some description, which I think we're gonna have to do. Yep, I think we're gonna have to do. I don't know how we're gonna have to do this, but. Oh wait, I haven't put hinges on this yet. Wait, before I start doing that. Like that. Robotics. Hinge. Like so. Same setup. Let's make sure we're... Okay, from -90 to 0. Same direction, love that. Brilliant. Okay, I'm just trying to think about how I want to do the next piece. We want to get the cow controller involved somehow, and probably just at the back here, right? Let's just have one of those, just one of those, thanks. And then, oh man, try and remember how the cow works. Can anybody else remember how the cow works? We put all this forwards, and then we put everything onto. Yeah, I totally remember. Open editor. There is a place where we have to add fields via action groups. Love that. We come in here, we click U and traverse rate. No, what am I talking about? Target angle. U and target angle. And then these two want to be target extension. Okay, so this is the final state, what we've got here. So we want the first state to be... I don't feel right. Okay, alright. Cal has come along and only made it slightly all wrong for us. I'm sure we'll do okay though. Which way is... So that's our end state. This is our first state. Up like that. Alright, okay. So we copy. Is this copy? And then we paste with that. Brilliant. I wonder whether these are going to just be right if I just paste them. Ooh. No. No, it's not. Okay. How do I undo that? Move her up, move her down, copy, apply preset curve. Select all points and press delete. Nope. Okay. Surely controls it. No. Ah, there we go. Alright, we've got small extension. Large. What? Got all the. How do I unselect the points when I've got all. I can't. Select points, double click to add the point. Yeah, but what if I want to... There we go. Only select one point. Okay, that folds out. Nice. And then copy and paste that. Folds together. Folds out. Not a big fan of how much it dangles down below the port, but... That sounds like a carrier issue rather than a design issue. I'm down with that. We could just stick a little stick-up bit underneath that will interface with the launch mechanism, whatever that ends up being. Okay, we've got some RCS on there. That's good. How is there any sunlight when you're in the shadow? Oh, how are we powering this? Also, what's going on with these? Why are they here? They should be all the way back here. I'm a little worried about what this means for our program. It's good. Okay, alright, that's fine. That's fine. Move them forward so you can click on there. Thank you. Sometimes I do things and it just takes a while for me to remember. Yeah, that's exactly it. FSBWV, welcome. You never got the cow to work. I really wanted to make a helicopter one day. Like, I really wanted to make a helicopter one day. So 3 days later, I figured out how to after 3 days of trying, right? I had to watch many tutorials on people's stuff. But now, I get it. But yeah. Well, I guess we save this as the KWST. All right, we save. Am I in the one with the contracts or without the contracts? I just went into the first one that had everything going, right? So what we can do is save this. No, it's the one with the contracts. Okay. But we could save that craft. And we could make that available to anyone playing the game. And I don't know whether I want to do that or not. But anyway, we've got a mission on the go. Let's do it. You think you watched the same tutorial, but it just didn't work? Yeah, I mean that's fair, mate. That's fair. Okay, look how well this packs up here. I like this. I have no idea how well it's going to pack once we put it actually into the system. You think people should be able to make their own looking satellite? Brilliant. Love it. Okay, I'm down. I think that's great. Okay, we're going to put this here. Oh. Oh. Okay, no, I like that. We'll live with this. Just a little bit of an offset there. Yeah, I'm sure nothing will go wrong here. What happens if I just move these out a little bit? I actually don't think it matters too much. It'll be underneath the... Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. RCS. Oh, my dude. I put the stuff on, but didn't put the actual, you know... ports. That's the word I was looking for. I don't seem to be good with the words today. Are these the big ones or the small ones? Those are those ones, and those, definitely these ones then. I always like putting the biggest ones on that I can. I think they're in there, and then we orthogonal 5. Is this enough? Like if I turn that on and turn this off. No, where's the C button? There we go. Should be able to pull these down, and I feel like orientation there we go, change like that. Oh no, we got the wrong symmetry mode. There we go. I say we, that was totally me. Alright, there we go. That should be flyable. I have no idea how much monoprop this gives it, right? And I would meetings Tuesday. Good work, mate, good work. Have a good time. I hope there's enough delta V in this craft to be able to hold it in a good orbit for a little time. Because, of course, L2 is one of the unstable ones, right? So, for the contract, I need to make a week. 7 days. Okay. Is there an inline 3-person like this? How many people could fit in the lander can? 2-person lander can. I don't want it as a lander can. I want it as an inline command capsule so that I could put a fairing underneath this and just put a command capsule. Will this work? Oh. It's not the most elegant. But hey, when have my fairings ever been elegant? Okay, I like that. Gold. No. Gold? Why is gold always white? What is going on in this game? It's just the smallest band of gold down the bottom. But silver turns the whole thing silver. We're going silver. Okay, so now I would like to put one of these on here. One of these on here. And then we put a crew compartment on. Look at that. So it can fly itself if need be. Open doors? I always forget there's this little section here. I don't know, we use it for something. Does the Delta V read that's here in the VAB clue last? No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it does not. I was tempted. The first thing I did was throw down one of these fuel tanks on it, but then it looked wrong. You know, it didn't look like the right craft, so we reverted. Deep Space Craft number 1. Where's the Poodle? Is the Poodle the best one? Do we remember? I mean, obviously we could make a nuclear. Whoa, 912. That's not a lot of fuel. I mean, I know we're carrying a lot of stuff here, but 912. Also, this doesn't have a way of making power. Let's fold you back out. Like the whole point They can't. Well, I mean, I was going to say it can't look at the sun, but if we actually put solar panels on these, then that's the side that should always be pointed at the sun, like this. Look. Right. So then, fold those back up. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We're going to put some emergency fairings around the bottom here. Not fairings, emergency solar panels around the bottom. Can you just line the folder outers with the... Yeah, okay, alright, cool, yeah. we good. It would be nice to get some battery on there as well, but I feel like that shouldn't be a problem at all. In fact, I'm going to put them on the underside as well. Yeah, you'd never know. 912, how has that gone up so much just by putting some solar panels and stuff on there? When did that happen? What happened? Wasn't it only 200 a second ago? Anyway, with 3,000 in vacuum. But, like, why did that go up so much? I don't actually know what happened there. So, anyway, let's build a nice big lift craft to go underneath this, because this is now like good enough for when we get up into orbit, right? This can make its way out. And this is going to be my first time trying to fly this mission, by the way, so expect it to go horribly wrong and we're going to hit a lot of restarts and stuff like that. This isn't even the mission proper. This is just validation for the test stuff we've put down. Comms. Yes. We really do need comms. Like, spectacular need comms, because one of the mission parameters is to send back the science, and if you don't have the antenna to make the science go back, then that's going to be a problem. Do you reckon these are good enough? I don't like where I've put them, but do you think they're good enough? I think so. I think they'll be fine. And then they fold out. It's very busy under the heat shield there, but that's fine. That's fine. Do we need to give our Kerbals comms? I don't think so. I think we're all right. Valentina and Bob. Let's not talk about where Jeb is. Actually, where is Jeb? Go to the astronaut complex. He's lost. He's missing. Missing in action. I didn't kill him. That's not what happens to missing in action people. I think you may need a better radio because you're out in big space. You think? I think what I actually need, save it, leave, is to... Oh, I could probably remove the JWST picture now. That was very helpful though, Zed. Thank you for making that suggestion. That was really good. Back out here. I think what I need to do is knock this one up a level. Should we go find out though? I think what I'm going to do is launch with what I've got. This is the high risk maneuver. We're going to launch with what I've got, and then I'm going to see whether I can connect out in solar orbit, because we're literally just going to be in like pretty close to Kerbin orbit, right? And if I can't connect, then I'm going to upgrade. Why isn't this moving? Oh, interesting. I'm going to upgrade the antenna. No, I'm not. I'm going to upgrade the tracking station, and then if that doesn't work, we're going to know that it's all bad, and I should have listened to you at this point. But there's 3 things I can disprove along the way of feeling bad. So I think that's valid, right? You're taking the safe approach of the companies will build the landing gears mid-flight. Yeah, exactly that. The good thing is I actually have control of the timeline here. If all goes wrong, I can get all wibbly wobbly and go back to the beginning of everything, and we don't need to worry about it too much. In fact, remind me to save. that will probably be in a very important part of the process. Let's put this here. Slap a thermometer on it. I mean, maybe, yeah. I think the thermometer needs to go. It's one of my favourite things about the lander can, right? So aside from the fact that it's different. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else actually. Where is it? Is it the lander can, or is it the that also changes into a rover? Like you can. So anyway, you can open the doors here, and I'm gonna slap in a bunch of stuff. Here we go, rover. Look, you can make it a rover. Isn't that crazy? I love that. But that lander, you can open the doors and put everything that you would have slapped on the side of your rover just in here. So I'm going to put a thermometer. Can we? without any problems. That'd be really nice. All right. Is the thermometer the right way up? This is very important. Okay, yeah. Wait. Surely a mercury bulb thermometer wouldn't... Oh, would it? It's capillary action, not... Because thermometers still work upside down, right? Maybe. I was going to be like, wait, don't we need gravity to orientate this? But actually we don't, do we? It's capillary action. Might be free of gravities. The issue with this game is the realism with the thermometer. You got me, Zed, you got me. Out of everything I choose to pick on, why that? Alright, yeah. We're not going to be able to use the pressure map barometer, but that's fine. Alright, close the doors. I want to throw some boosters on this just to make sure we actually make it out of orbit, and then I think we're good. These ones? They're my favourites. Well, they're not. My favourites are obviously the thuds. Where are they? They're like back from the beginning of the game. These guys, thumpers. Sorry, not thuds. Great. The thuds are also good. Don't get me wrong. Which ones were thuds? Flea, hammer. One of these was also a thud. I'm fairly sure. Maybe it was an engine, but they're good. They're good. Thud. It was the side-mounted liquid engine. That's what I remember the end of thud. All right, let's put these down here. Like, surely we're not gonna have any troubles needing separatrons. Look, I can't put an angled nose cone on it. I was gonna put an angled nose cone on it. Man, do any of these fit? That one. Okay, great. Why do I have a grey and orange option when I can't change this? Or rather, more to the point, why can't I change the thing? The paint job on the solids. How about you also include a parachute for your people coming back? No. Surely we just perform an air brake and then jump out. They're like, yep, this is how rocketry works. We throw everything away. Alright, but maybe you've won me over with your thought process there. Like that? Is that good? I think that's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do I want some drogue chutes on here as well? We'll slap these in almost imperceivable places like that. Okay. Hey, it worked for Yuri Gagarin. Why is it not going to be good enough for my people? Was it Yuri you had to jump out? That one, and then if I could get this going the other way. Good. Down here. Nice. I don't know where they've all been put, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Like that. Everything pushing away from the craft. The only thing that happens is things fall away from the craft. Down there and down there. Alright, great. This goes up. Oh, ooh. Did I go in the right place? Kind of. You. I can't select all together. It's unfortunate. Just drag them all down here like this. Okay, alright, that should be it. We fire all our engines. We drop the solids with a whole bunch of separatrons. The central stage goes up to orbit. Whereupon this makes its way to... Okay, I think we're good. Maybe. Oh, no, they'd have already got the science out of the side of the spacecraft while they were in orbit, and then they jump out of the craft. Alright, let's see how this goes. A reminder, this is the test world. This is not the world that we normally do things on. So we could teleport, we could cheat, we could do whatever we need to do to make sure that the contract does or does not work, or why the contract does or does not work. F5. It's going to be important. Contract failed. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Trying to... Why is this one also part? So, curbing targets and solar targets. We're putting probes at the L points. None of this means stuff. Get out of here. Show me my current mission. Okay, we're currently carrying the telescope. That is good. I was worried there. So we need to reach the proper Sun Kerbin Lagrange point. This is just a flight. Okay, we can just flight. Yeah, I'll do in the Felix Baumgartner. You know it. 5, 4. Oh man, this is. I haven't twiddled with any of the engines here. This is going to be outrageous. Also, no struts, so it's going to push its way into my craft. 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh. You know what? Surprisingly sedate. I was expecting some more like smashings or something there, but no, that worked out. Okay, we're gonna pull ourselves over to like 5-10 degrees. Wait till we get up to enough of a speed that we can switch over to prograde marking and just keep pushing sideways. You can see that I'm tapping pretty heavily here. I wish I had an analog controller. I mean, I do. I could get my Steam pad connected, but I think we're fine just with this little process here. Apoapsis already at 30 odd kilometers. We are moving at 14, 15, 16 kilometers up. That is nearly a kilometer a second. In fact, we're going a kilometer a second round about now. Okay, waiting for those solids to die off. We've already got an apoapsis of 100 kilometers. I may have overdone this. Cutting the main engine, which is going to let us carry up on the solids. I worried about a little bit of twist here, but that's good. That's good. Okay, stage. Alright, nothing went wrong there. Could have been better, but nothing went wrong. We are up in a pretty high orbit, but that's good. Just watching, can't hear. Loving the tilt on the SRBs. It's solid. I would agree, but you can't hear. So yeah. I always love the staging in this game. Definitely some of the best parts. We should set up more and more complex craft that can stage in like. I feel like if you just had a solid rocket booster on the bottom as the main engine, it would have worked. I could literally have just set, I don't know about one of those, but 4 of those on their own, just doing this would probably have been fine. Probably. Okay, where are we right now? We are 200 kilometers up. We are 500 kilometers short of having a complete orbit here. So let's. Oh, I've got to fix my keyboard. My A key, the bit that grabs onto the key switch, the little clicky clap bit, right? A quarter of it is broken off, so it's still just about usable. Apart from occasionally, just the static friction from my finger is enough to lift it up and off its peg. Oh hey, are those my? that's my solid booster over there. Wow. Where's the other one? It's got to be over here. There we go. We're just flying out of the range that they were holding up in. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've got too far. That's fine. Let's pull up. Slowly, this number should get smaller anyway as we move faster sideways. But it should also do quite well from pointing upwards. I had a passenger that just wanted a Kerbal ballistic flight. I strapped into an SRB and let him pass out. I've done a few of those. Yeah, they're great. I'm all about that. I sometimes use that as like a way of leveling up. Can't remember whether it was fully solid or we put a tiny little rocket capsule on the top just to like get them past the last kilometer of periapsis climb. Okay, that's high enough into orbit to try and thing. No. Is the I often wonder whether this is upside down. Yeah. I might have to go through and check these. I think what happened might have been that they drew all the assets and then realised they didn't match up. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to come out to this view here. I guess. I don't actually know how we're going to do this orbit. Okay. I'm going to Switch to the Kerbin Sun Lagrange reference frame. Lots of words, but it just means I know that I want to go that way. So I should be able to almost immediately... Oh, wow, look at that. Flight plan, create flight plan, add maneuver. Let's just go from here. Let's just see what happens if I add 1,000 Delta V from here. Not enough. We can't see that. That's one of the big problems. Okay. Okay. That did not end up going where I wanted it to go. I guess that's fine. Let's go round a few seconds in time, a few minutes in time. Okay, I'm going far too strong. Turns out 2,000 delts is too much. What do I've got 3 and a bit on board, so like... All maneuvers are in the past. How dare you, sir? Okay, we're still moving too fast. How many Delta V do you reckon we're going to need? It was only 8 to get to the sun, so I mean, I'm not... not to the sun, to the moon. There's 9. Man, it really didn't take much more once you get to the moon's orbit. I found it. I found the right push, but my gosh. A couple more. Ooh. It's so sensitive. Okay, I think that's good. And I've come in actually slightly high, which I'm alright with. I think that's fine. What I'd really like to do... Ooh, what goes on here? We fire off, we go up, we loop around here, and we come back down. Okay. I'm trying to get there with the minimum thrust necessary. And look how sensitive it is just to seconds of time, like... Well, just seconds of time waited. It's actually pretty unbelievable here. Okay, so I'm going to just try this. That looks roughly like the right orbit. Should we see what happens to it in the future? It just gets kicked on out of there. Alright, that's cool. I don't want that much preview, though, because my computer's going to cry. Let's bring this in. Like that. Brilliant. Okay, I've got my flight plan. I've got my maneuver. It should all be good. Oh, I've been meaning to actually add a level to the tracking station, so that we have the click button to put it on your nav ball. But we got time to wait. I also want to reduce the number of steps here, just for a bit. It didn't stop my PC complaining. I mean, I am streaming at the same time. Today we're not recording because we're trying to just see whether the contract works. And I've got to level with you. I've got a feeling this one's not going to work. That's a big number right there. This is not the right one. This is for an L point. Dang it. I suppose they are roughly the same number, right? No, not at all. So you've got to be this far away from the sun. Oh, man. Alright, well, we're about to go get some numbers. How far away from Kerbin are we when we're up there? Because, man, we're not going to be 13 billion meters from Kerbin. Oh, man, I must have just copy and pasted that without realising it. Billion. Anyway, 20 seconds to go. I'm still going to make the maneuver. We'll figure out what's wrong with the contract in a bit. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 0 needs its own number. Like, not just for the ease of mathematics in our modern system, but like for being able to count down. It turns out 0.1 is still not 0, even though you've gone under 1. Okay, this should just work for us, right? We've got a plan into the future. We've got the burn that we're trying to commit. I'm just slowly going to increase the number of steps that my computer is predicting as and when we need them, right? Change the distance from meters to kilometers when you edit it. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so Zed has asked if we can explain this bit to him. Certainly. So the person who actually, like, I can't remember the name of them, which is annoying. I've got it on a text file somewhere. Who made the actual contract parameter? That's the word. The contract parameter decided that. Can you read the two options? This. Oh, just read them out. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is getting close. I need to press stop at some point. And then we'll read everything out on the way. Oh, a little too much. A little too much. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Just a little too much. It's nothing really to worry about. Flight plan, delete this and delete that. Whoop. Okay, so to do the Lagrange contracts, it's basically measuring the distance from the sun and measuring the distance from Kerbin and the angle from Kerbin's direction of travel. So we need to be at least, that number's too big, but at least a certain distance from Kerbin and more than a certain distance. So we get a little, can I draw a card? We get a little like band of distances, right? So whatever distance this is, we'd get like a circle. Well, it'd actually be a sphere, right? Around Kerbin where we want to be. And then by using the sun's distances as well, we can select whether it's this one or that one or these over here, because like it's where the bands intersect. So this one wants to be 13 billion meters from Kerbin, or at most 14 billion meters from Kerbin. No, we're not less than 13 million. You see how it doesn't have the tick at the moment? That means we're not. So we're under 14 billion kilometers from Kerbin. Yep, we're definitely closer than 14 billion. But to be more than 13 billion kilometers away, we'd have to be out here somewhere. So that number, unfortunately, is wrong. Like I say, I think I copy and pasted it in without paying attention. So these two numbers need to change. These numbers would be right if we're going to the Lagrange point, because this distance would be the same as this distance. So like from the sun to Kerbin would be the same distance as from the Kerbin to the Lagrange point. And then also the sun to, it's an equilateral triangle, so all the distances are the same. And that's what this seems to be set up for. And I'm so embarrassed. In fact, I know we need to get the number first. If I know how to change the word, what I want to do is change this note. That's what I need to get into. But it's actually part of the reach the proper. I've got to change that actually. Wait, let's go and have a look. KWST. What is it? Reach the proper, right? That's the name of the. You don't see this. That's fine though, because I want to. This here, reach the proper sun Kerbin Lagrange point. Where does that appear? If I hide this for a second. It's KSP. Where does that appear in here? That's arrive. Maybe I need to search it. Maybe without caps lock on. Find next. Both directions. Reach the proper sun curve in Lagrange point. This must be hard-coded into this bit. Okay, I will look into it. I was kind of hoping that was the thing that we could change and it would be nice and simple, but it turns out no. No, I did. I got it. I got the quick save right at the beginning. That's done. But I want to get out here so I know the distance, because I don't know how far away that is right now. Okay, how far away is this? It's a long way. Look at that returning. So this is over like the course of a full orbit. If we get up to like the Lagrange point here, and then I stop this, and we go back to like regular Kerbin centered. What does it look like here? Oh, he has no idea. He's like, no. But what about heliocentric? So now we're just out, and then we drop behind Kerbin over there. I just like looking at all the different ways we can see this, right? Because when we get up here, what I actually need to do is try and get myself into a circular orbit with Kerbin. So let's bounce up to about here. Let's change this to heliocentric. Somewhere we don't normally come and look at. But what's going on right now? You can see I'm about to hit aphelion. Wow. Cool, we've got full aphelion here. Okay, so that just means the highest point in orbit around the sun, right? Ap for high, helion for sun, Helios. That's where helium comes from, right? Anyway. And that is when we're at pretty much at the Lagrange point, right? Is that right? Is that right? It might be right. No, it's not. It might be right. I actually don't know. But I'll tell you what I do know is that from this heliocentric point, when I'm at the aphelion, I'm going to try and push... Do we get to see numbers here? Oh, look at that. I'm going to try and push my periaps up to the same number as my apoapsis. And we'll see what that does. It's a long time. And slow down. Okay, this works. This works. See if I can do it without destroying my periap. No, it turns out I can't. I never really want to push my apoapsis up that high, but like I also want to do the maneuvers before I hit it. And that's just me. I just want to do it before time. It might be better if I did it afterwards, but... AP, right? Predicted aphelion. Why is that not pushing this number up? 13.47. No, look, that's... should be more over that. What? Okay, so that's not quite how I thought it was going to work. What I'm trying to do is... you know, you can imagine my orbit on the other side, in fact. Let's not imagine. Ah, look, there's my period. What I thought was happening was my periapsis was on the other side and I was pushing it up. But look at what's going on here. Oh. Maybe I actually got it. Let's go there. Something weird happened. Ooh. Okay, maybe not. Let's just try slowing down. Let's do that neat trick. Man, I'm gonna have to practice this one a few times to figure out what the ideal way of doing this is, right? Got a feeling this isn't. Try and get all these loops to loop around back on each other. Whoa, nearly. Okay, I wish I'd done that closer. Oh, man. What frame rate are we pushing right now? Oh, I'm feeling 15, something like that. It's gotta be low, right? It's gotta be low. Alright, anyway, I'm at the right height. That's the important thing to think about here. So I want to now go to my tracking station. It only can become 0 if I'm in the middle of the moon or exactly on top of the if not, it like immediately starts climbing, you know. In fact, I don't think I even can reach 0. But let me just quickly see if I can get distance from Kerbin, because that sure would be useful. Principia, Kerbin centered. That's what I want. Thank you. Give me a reading. 4 billion. Should we just call it 4 billion? 4.2 billion. So we come back here. You can't see that. And come back here. Oh, shush phone, shush. And it's just WhatsApp giving me a privacy statement. Oh my gosh. Here. Parent is the sun. Child is Kerbin. 4 billion. Oh my god. 1, 2. Yeah, 4 billion. Alright. We'll give it half a billion tolerance. Why not? Angle is 90. So the way to remember it, let's come back here, is that we are measuring from a from the parent's frame of reference. We look at the child and we draw the tangent line, right? Which direction is it going at this instance? Just click on the information card at the bottom. This one down here. Does that tell us exactly? It thinks it's in the sun. That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, no, unfortunately, no, that's why we had to go to... Oh, let's see... Wait, does it do that? Does it do that? KWST... No, it still thinks it's... because it saves information on each frame as if it was the regular game, and then it does all the Principia calculations, right? It's not too bad. Okay, alright, well, anyway. 4 billion, 90. But I still think this might be wrong, because there have been times in the past, and in fact, we're going to scrub this entire mission now. Everyone say yay about this. Yeah, but I don't need the distance from the sun. I need the distance from Kerbin to get the triangulation correct. F9. Because I've got the distance from the sun, 13 billion kilometers. Great, miles. Sorry, meters, whatever it is. So is that the general area that the JWST is knocking at? It is indeed. It's doing a weird. Hey, let me show you. JWST. Let me see if it's got the animation. I can't remember where I found the animation, but we'll have a look. Might have actually been Wise. A different telescope that showed a great path of where. Yeah, let's have a look at the screen. Hello. So we zoomed in, and of course the zooming in took us to a different spot. Why would you do these things to me? There was a nice little picture here. There was a nice animated flow of where. Here we go. All right. Can I click this? That's a terrible. So there's the L2 point. That's the point we were just. Here's Earth. Which way are we looking? I don't know, but here you can see. This is where I came up, and then we started orbiting around the L2. I think this is a bit more like what we were doing. And then this one here. So this is the important one, right? You're looking down, but down the line. Wait, can I? Where's Kerbal? You're looking down. Let's get the numbers right. So down the line between L2, Kerbin, and the Sun. You know, you line those up like that, and this is what James Webb is doing. And it means that it can keep its bum facing towards the Sun, the Moon, and Earth all at the same time, and stop all the radiation coming at it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's exactly what we were aiming towards. Yeah, something like that. So we're back here. Hi. We're on the pad, right? Let's go to the trekking station. Let's go. Oh, I've got to reload. We've changed stuff. Recover. Thank you. Let's go give up the contract. Let's exit out. And whilst we reload, oh hello, there's the chat. Let's look at the JWST stuff. What can I tell you about whilst I'm just like looking at the picture? Like, look at this. This is great. I need to reload. Go. All right. Well, whilst that's doing that, let's have a look. Because James Webb, like, did I ever tell you that I worked on not on the Herschel Space Observatory, but I worked on some of the data from the Herschel Space Observatory. It's good times. I don't have any control of the thing right now because this is coming up. But it's amazing just how wide infrared is, right? So, you know, here's the bit that we can see. And infrared is pretty much anything from this red bit here all the way to like this centimeter over here before we start picking things up in and there's microwave and stuff like that, right? But like, there's loads of different colours here, and it's a shame that we don't have the eyes to see them. Else we'd have given them all different names. The fact that we've picked out these weird numbers of colours here, like, where is orange in this? Right, you know, but we've decided to give it a name because we recognise in between. All right, and we've got like cool infrared, warm infrared. Well, is it the other way around? Warm infrared's closer to the colours. Far infrared's over here, right? And yeah, we would call them all, but like the overlap between Herschel and James Webb is kind of minimal, right? But they're both called the same type of telescope. Whereas you wouldn't even dream of throwing up an optical telescope that couldn't do red, blue, and green, right? Like you just wouldn't call them that. Just wouldn't call them that. How's the game doing in the background? It's loading. It's definitely loading. You look at the rainbow and you only see 3 colours. Ah, dude, that's kind of sad. What I want to do is sit down and have a conversation with the people that see more colours. There's a few of them out there, right? The quad chromats or whatever. Wait, I've got a fun Kerbal. Where are you? Like, what do birds look like to them? They got to be crazy, right? Birds mostly work on UV and stuff, right? Let's do that one. Bugs and insects as well. They're strong in the UV. And it's just like pushing out. Obviously, nothing does as well as the mantis shrimp. Miss Your Mantis Shrimp is definitely the one with like the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, alright, so this should be right now. Should be right now. Who wants to place bets that something's still gonna go wrong by the time we get out there? Well, I do. because I think there's something wrong in the way that yon man who set up these distance conditions set them up. I don't think he'll ever see us at least this distance away, but we'll find out. I also want to know whether I could set this up being like, hey, can you be like, forget the sun requirement, right? Like, just scrub that out. I can put comments in it, like, just make it ignore it, right? And then say, like, for the moon is tidally locked towards Kerbin, right? So if I say, hey, can you get to exactly 90 degrees at the surface of the moon, then we could put down a flag to say where the exact Kerbin is overhead here point is, right? Which, like, I feel like would be helpful. I just realised I need to do something. Feel like would be helpful if I wanted to do like a space elevator. You know, you could. And I don't know how I would do this yet. I would actually have to get like some serious coding on the go. But I'm fairly sure we could have a mission where we move an asteroid into position and then just like start spawning craft from it. It'd be like, yay, your space elevator, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's good. You know, you just visually keep an asteroid rendered up there. Like the last mission of the contract pack, if you will, would be to shunt an asteroid, a big asteroid, into L1 and hold it there for a year. Right? Say it's all to do with the construction time. And then you just kind of put it on rails like Kerbal does, or in this case, in Principia's case, we would somehow hold it in place with code, right? We'd figure it out. Like, we're clever. And visually have a tether. Doesn't need to be a big tether, but just visually have a tether. And then you can just spawn stuff from the surface of the asteroid and go, yay, you've made a space elevator. Right? Like, thematically it would work. Being able to see more colours like that would be an acid trip, says Wick. But apart from, for them, that's normal. That's just their life, right? Yeah, I think it's crazy. But, like, it's all, like, it brings into focus how hard a job we're gonna have talking to animals or aliens that have got different senses to us, right? We can barely even talk to another human that just sees a little bit different, right? Someone who's color, like, I could not explain red to someone who's blue-green. Wait, which way does it go? Oh, no, anyway, I couldn't explain the difference in colours to people that see the same colour as the same, right? People with, like, red-green colour blindness or whatever. I couldn't explain the difference to the colour to them. Anyway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Hey, let's shake this time. Love that. But what if you're a computer and you can see into higher dimensions? Will a computer even understand vision the same way we do? Will it understand what red is, or is it just 500 nanometers? No, it's not 500 nanometers. 450 nanometers, or something like that. Longer. 600 nanometers? Yeah. I'd have to go look it up. Yeah, like, what's the difference? Like, is there a difference? I don't know, we like to think there is. Yeah. Your mum and brother used to torture me with Elton pen. I mean, yeah. I think we need to tip more. And not like in American restaurant culture. I don't mean we should tip more like that. Keep going. I think we got this. Reducing the main engine. Keep it going though. Man, I actually tipped over further than last time, and I think we've ended up with a higher orbit than last time. What is this? Ooh, away they go. They're coming with us. Almost all of their speed is tangential, so they're gonna travel up to Apoapsis with us. So that's nice. Oh, are we still in the atmosphere? Not anymore. We're not. Lol. I was like, that surely felt like we got out. Okay, nice. Go. Just full speed for all we're worth. Let's go, go, go. Hold that there. Nice. We're just going to circularize nicely. Ooh, what is that just over there? Is that a touch of cloud? Maybe some frost cover from a mountain? Looking good. I love it when we get like these high altitude burns. Really brings the planet into focus, you know? Love that. Love that. I mean, are we ever going to be able to perceive higher dimensional spaces? Because we can kind of imagine, but what we really do is imagine three-dimensional space and say 4 quite loudly to ourselves, right? Okay, I think we got them to twig about me being colorblind was painting you did in Color Garden. What's that brown blob in the sky? My reply to the sun. Ah, yeah, but yeah, of course, you just wouldn't. Man, yeah, I've often wondered, like, is there any perceptual differences that I have that I just don't notice because, like, I've never talked to anyone about it, you know? I don't know. Obviously, I think everything in my life is normal. 95 to... What is going on with these... Must be my orbits going into the future, so this one here is the closest here, right? Yeah, must be. Yeah, what differences are there that I've just not noticed? And don't get me wrong, over 40 odd years, I've talked about a lot of different things in my life, so I assume at some point someone would have gone, that's not right, what are you doing? 6, 7, 8, 9, we've got to push this forwards a little bit, like that. Yeah, brilliant. And then we want the prediction to go far enough into the future so we can see what is going on. I mean, we're nearly there. 9. 9 is too much. Look at that. Barely even went from 8 up. 850, 840. It really shows just how, like, once you're in orbit, you're most of the way to anywhere, right? Mostly. Oh, what happened there? Look, 1 minute later. What is the difference? Burst up. Wow. Okay, bring that back. Okay, what about 1 second later? What about 1 second earlier? Ooh. Why won't this let me go there? Look. That's just time difference. I'm a bit confused, if I'm to be honest with you. I just went forwards 10 hours in time. I didn't mean to do that. What is this? Let's try a couple of seconds instead. See if that does the difference. It really is just pulling back in again. It's like, are we like encountering the moon? Is there a big problem here? Okay, let's do something that I don't do very often. Include... Oh, man. Stronger delts. Well, that sure is confusing. Huh. I wish I knew what was going on in the future. I'm almost certain it's got to be a Moon/Minmus interaction is messing us about here somewhere. It's only 20 minutes into the future, but look, I bet that 20 minutes brings us up and around. Can we just push past it? No, that pushing past it is actually his next orbit. Let's 0-0 and see what we can get here. Surely, it's got to be the moon. Okay, all right. Let's forget everything. I should have remembered the time at least. Delete flight plan. Delete. We're gonna just sit here and watch the moon move. Okay, the moon's moved. Let's try again. Create flight plan. Add maneuver. What was it? 850, something like that. 900. 9 was too much. Let's go 850. And then we need like 6 days on it or something like that. What is going on here? Maybe just trying to climb out of here is more difficult than I thought it was. More time, please. You know what? I'll take that. That's good. That's fine. It might not have been the moon. I'm not sure. But until we get some proper flight planning through the tracking station so I can point at weird angles, I'm just going to go forwards and backwards. I think that's really the only way we can go, right? Thank you. Okay, how long do we have to wait? Man, I very nearly almost every time forget that we've got a little bit of time because there's no like burn indicator on the side yet. 2, 1, 0. No, a little bit further. "40 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds." I'm slowing down time. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! 24 seconds of burn. I'm sure we can make that work well for us. Oh, the yellow is my history. I was like, wow, what is the yellow? Like a pass when my burn time happens? No, it's just my history. Okay, looking good, looking fine. Talking of looking fine, hi. Need to make a stage. Let's go, go, go. Look at all these future orbits and stuff. I love all these interactions. This is entirely why I'm playing Principia, right? Easy, easy. Look how far it's kicking out. Oh, man. Alright, be gone with you. Stop. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. Okay. More than 3.5 billion, meters. I mean, who doesn't like big numbers? I wish we could say 10 to the 9, right? That I'm just so used to that. And in fact, I think I understand 10 to the 9 more intuitively than I see like 3 groups of 3, you know? With 3 groups of 3, I got to stop and count, right? Whereas 10 to the 9, I'm like, I know what that means. Okay, we're gonna slowly... I've pulled my camera to look directly downwards. We're not quite crossing the exact 0 line, but right here, I'm gonna do the thing that Zed wanted to see. I'm gonna reduce my speed down to 0. Now, I don't think it's gonna hit 0 because we're off of the actual main point here. But it should actually, at this point, because we're very close to it, get me to the point where we're circling. Okay, how far... Does it tell me how far away Kerbin is? That's unfortunate. I've got a feeling this is the problem. So... It should be... Oh, I'm on L1! Oh my gosh, I'm at L1! Oh. Well, that's something I'm going to have to make sure I don't get wrong next time. But I'm thinking 4.4, 4.3, 4.2, 4.1. What happens if we carry on? Well, I mean, like, this is already the best we can do, right? Look at this orbit lining up here. At 3.3. If I carry on 0 is where the moon is, right? So if I carry on slowing down, you can see that we break down into a low orbit that takes us to the moon. So we want to be moving slightly faster. I can't believe I went to the wrong place, but it's alright because I knew an extra load was coming. That's actually what's happened here. Because the numbers should be the same, right? The distance from here to here, and the distance from here to from the planet to L1, and the distance from the planet to L2 is the same distance, right? Can we just focus on Kerbin? Yeah, there we go. Look how much of an eye that looks like, right? Interesting that this. It's not the same distance. But anyway, it's close enough within 500 million meters, right? And it's not triggered. Why is it not triggered? It really should have triggered. To the tracking station. To the tracking station. So you, from Kerbin... Huh. You don't say. You all read the 4 billion, right? I wonder where that came from. I gotta write this number down. I gotta write that. In fact, I know. 135 million? Yeah, 135 million. What am I looking at? KWST. Oh, you can't see. I should probably let you see. I'm just changing one number, but still, it's like it's the etiquette of the thing, right? It didn't go. Why hasn't that disappeared? Hello? There we go. Alright, I found it. So this number here, that's once again 100,000 millions. 135, right? And then 5 million. Let's try that. I don't know when I got lied to, and I'd like someone to go back and find the clip to say that was saying 4 billion, right? So no, all right, we cheat next time. We cheat. In fact, we cheat this time. F9. I am gonna open. No, wait. Listen to the air. That's like 2 hours of hot tea warming up the air inside a flask, and there's not much air in here. There's got to be less than a centimeter of air, right? Sometimes it really feels like centimeters. Oh, tried. You want to see it deployed? All right, let's do it. Let's just let's just put ourselves in orbit. Stick a 0 on that. What do we want to do here? Everything's off. Stage. That was fine. Stage. And then we want to, from here, undock. Boom. Love that. Ah, spin stabilized as well. Extend antenna. Okay, we got communications. That's good. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's really good. Dunk. Maybe we should have slowed down the traversal rate of the hinges, because that's a bit snappy. Let's try, I don't know, 25. Can we get in there as well? 25. And back. That's better. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Okay, now I just need to try and figure out how to point myself away from that star back there. Where's my heliocentric? And then we just want to look radial out. Oops. Where's the point up? Point reversed. It's not doing it at all. Radial out, radial in. Maybe the nav ball is just messed up. Maybe I've been denying that for a while now, but I think maybe it is. That's a forwards. Radial in. Up. Reversed. Yeah. Which edge is the top edge? The curved edge? Maybe. Anyway, this is what it should look like. This here. We can do that and just tip that. Just ignore curbing for a moment. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm not sure that the antennae add to the look, but oh, once again, that's hot. Okay, nice. Yeah, just if I put my mouse there, you can't see it, right? It's just hidden. Nice. That was actually really good. That was actually really good. I'm surprised how well our KWST has gone. We need to reload. I hate to say it, guys, but we need to reload. You know what? Oh, F4. Nah, I'll give it a second. I didn't want to be in the space hangar. I've got to be less confident in my mouse clicks, right? I moved my mouse over there, being like, yes, that's where it needs to be, and I just clicked without like looking at it. You expire. I can't believe it lied to me, man. I also wonder whether we want to get this angle tighter, because like it's easy to get to within 10 degrees, right? 10 degrees is a big number. Big number. So, talking of the JWST, are you guys aware of the little red dots? So, the moment James Webb was opened up, we were did I change it? I did change it. Is it saved? It's saved. Okay. We did expect to see new things because, of course, we had a new telescope that was newly sensitive to new areas of the spectrum, right? And in literally the first photo, there were some dots back there. They were red, as in like they were as far into the infrared as James Webb could see, and they were very small. Like no amount of resolving. We couldn't get like a smudge across the sky. It was always just a pixel, right? And no matter how hard we looked, we couldn't try and figure out how small. I say we, the JWST people, right? And they're one of the big. Well, what is that we've got going on? They're not big enough to be galaxies that are accreting. They seem to be too bright to be like a black hole that's eating stuff. It's too luminous to just be a single object. But at the same time, what else could it possibly be when it's so small? Our most sensitive telescope can't resolve the size of it. Yeah. So the little red dots, they're the hot new topic in astrophysics at the moment, because literally nobody knows. We've not even got a good idea. Just dead pixels. I mean, it could be, but it's literally everywhere, and it's recording a number rather than just like maxed out, right? or not, you know, whichever way the dead pixel goes. And of course, it could be a artifact of some description, just the fact that like the camera going wrong somehow. The universe is pretty old. There's a lot of dead pixels now. Okay, all right, I got you. Yeah, could be. My favorite answer, there is no like basis for whatsoever. So just because I'm an astrophysicist saying this does not mean it's an astrophysicist's opinion, right? Is that they are primordial black holes feeding on the dense gas that's in the post-Big Bang environment, right? I think that's a great idea. Yeah, great. I love it. Could even be the seeds of the supermassive black holes, right? Because we can't come up with a good theoretical way that the supermassive black holes in the middle of the galaxies got as big as they are. Even in the 13 point whatever billion years, you just cannot shove enough stuff down their throats fast enough, right? So maybe these things existed before. Well, not before the universe, but were created at the beginning of the universe from overdensities, right? People have been talking about these for forever. I don't know about forever, but they're actually since Newton, which is crazy that people were like, oh, yeah, dark stars are a thing. Maybe, because like, yeah, anyway, let's go. Can you use numbers and number them from the lowest to highest number using the logic of connected dots and see what happens? I mean, maybe. Maybe. I have not picked up the contract. And that was Bill, not Bob. Carl, we just reloaded. Don't give me long loading screens here. We do not need that, thank you very much. Yeah, it was Bill. What are you doing there, man? Lagrange, this one. Alright, it's got to be right. 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 Bill, get out of there. Bob, we want you in. I'm actually surprised we've not seen more unexplained phenomenon with James Webb, because it really is looking at scales that we've never seen before, right? In the wavelengths that let us see further back than ever before and stuff like that. Well, yeah, I just teleported. You got a problem with that? Unfortunately, I can't teleport straight to Lagrange point 2. I actually just don't know how to do it from this here interface, right? Ooh, took a screenshot. There is a way to do it somehow, and it does exist out there, and I could just find out, but not at the moment. Thank you. So we're just going to once again set this to the Sun Kerbin Lagrange reference frame. Make sure I'm looking the right way this time. And then Principia, flight plan, create, add maneuver, beautiful. Bigger numbers than this, thanks. I'm not seeing anything happen on my future plots here. Is it because this is too short? Huh. What? No active engines falling back to our... Oh, wait, I see what's going wrong here. Turn everything off. Yeah, away they go. Alright, maybe now it'll give me what I need. Well, we got to delete all these because it can't change. It couldn't possibly change the plan with us. Oh no. All right, there we go. Now this should do better. 850. When they were going into lunar eclipse last night, there was artifacts red and left. Oh, that was interesting. I unfortunately I was really tired yesterday. I'll be honest. I was just really tired. It won't let me zoom out. That's why I was too close in. too close in. So I want to push this into the future a little bit and then go 8. Push it past all the different orbits that we have to worry about here. Once again, fine-tuning for my life. It's amazing how sensitive it is. Can we... Okay, like that. Does that look good from this angle as well? All right, looks good from most angles. We'll see how the actual maneuver works out. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure, it'll be fine. 8 minutes time. Are you sure you're looking the correct way? I have double checked that we're now going backwards from the sun. Thank you, though. It is a very valid point that you brought up. I did mess it up last time, so yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, this should be good, right? 55-minute burn, 55-second burn, sorry, in 8 minutes time. I'm just gonna use the wonders of time accelerate to try and go into the future. I got a feeling, given the fact that we've got yellow numbers up here, that we're not actually moving at 10 times speed. Let's just try up to a 50. Yeah, it's looking about 10 seconds every second, right? What just happened? Why did my camera shift? No, we're good. We're good. What happened? Why did my camera shift? Well, that sure was interesting. We'll accept it. We'll accept it for now. Sometimes your camera just has a little bit of a wobble. All right. For everyone. All right, 19 seconds to go. Hopefully our craft is looking in the right direction. Correct direction, I suppose. 15 seconds to go. 14, 13, 12. Oh, we can physically watch the fractions of a second tick down at the moment. I wonder whether... Can I please drag this across? 5, 4, 3. It's not the number of steps. 2, 1. No, 2, 1. Go. Man, look at that time ticking down there. That's painful. Painful. Can we actually change this to that one? Look at that. We save some frames per second just by removing the Lagrange lines. It's pretty good. Okay, long burn is long, but it should be nice. So for those of you that Kerbin Sun something, Kerbin Sun orbit frame of reference. It's kind of like when the moon was held static, but in fact Kerbin is held static relative to the sun, right? And the camera just kind of spins round. It's centered on the sun and rotates at the same time as Kerbin's orbit. I think that's the best way to word it. I'm putting together the video for the first couple of missions and trying to figure out how to describe the different frames of reference is like my biggest thing that I'm trying to do right now. Look at these jank lines here. Oh, just a little bit more. I'm just gonna like hammer my keyboard like this until it gets as close as I want it to be. It's pretty good. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. Let's delete everything here. And then have a look at our ultimate reference guide. Yeah, look at that. That's brilliant. Get that out of the way. Love that. Love that. All right. Like it. Let's head back to here, though, so we're not quite suffering so much from the frames. And I'm just going to, like, warp my way up. Maybe it was Minmus that was messing with us on our way up. Could be. Could be. Let's let my PC cry. Let's let my PC cry. Zoom it. Oh, just the lag on the zoom is like, that's painful, man. It's painful. Okay, how close do you reckon we can go? We are at full warp right now. good, we good, we good. Okay, we've matched all the... Oh, took a while. We've matched everything. All right, man. You know, that's fair. I totally get. I'm overrunning. But I feel like we've done it. We've reached the proper Sun Kerbin Lagrange point. It's got a little tick. I feel like this is a bit lax, that we can be anywhere in sort of this circle. But I'm gonna leave that for people who aren't as like into spaceflight as I am. But yeah, no, have a good rest, mate. Have a good rest. I hope you get good sleeps. Good sleeps. I'm just gonna carry on. I'm gonna get as close to this central point here as I can, and then I'm gonna slow down. We're just gonna stop. Then we can get closer. I don't know how close I want to actually push for, because you know I'm gonna do the classic thing of ripping past it. Okay, this looks pretty central, if you ask me. This is good. Test the antenna capabilities of... Yeah, okay, let's... Oh, in fact, we should be doing... Oh, no, like this. This can be decoupled. This can be deployed. I need to stop before we can let the ship go. That's the problem. Can we... Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Come here. Extend antenna. And extend antenna. Whew. Okay, so like yes, but not great. Now if I come back to the space center and we upgrade it by 1. Though I'm fairly sure now that I'm processing what I saw, it was actually okay, right? We come out here, KWST. The problem is, it's trying to talk straight back. Red line. Is there a way of viewing its... No, alright. We'll just accept that that's the only way it can speak. Okay, that's fine. So if we then upgrade this, I should have the money, right? Pow. And then we go back and look. Green line. Oh, no. Red line? Maybe green line back to thing. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Yeah, look at that. Straight back to Kerbin. Okay, so you do indeed need the second layer if you're not going to just make this entirely covered with antenna. You run out of power? How have you run out of power? There is electric charge everywhere. Sun exposure 0. I beg your what? Why has all my solar panel power died? Blocked by Kerbin. Oh. Oh. Well, I mean... yeah... Yep. Let's get Kerbin back up here. Sun Kerbin Lagrange. Yep. Alright. I gotta wait until we swing round to the other direction. Yeah, no. You called it, buddy. You 100% called it. What I was supposed to do was come in with a little bit of inclination, so that we could go up or down a little bit, and then we end up circling around like this. Yeah, I'm not sure how many work together, to be honest. I do think there is an upper limit, but I also know that like remote tech and stuff change that limit, right? But we did find out. We're nearly. I'm just gonna turn my engines on to slow us down when we get close to this point here, and we're just gonna stop. I think that's fine. Oh, no engines on at the moment. There we go. Okay, and we're building electric charge as well. That's good. That's the best thing. Welcome to the indeed. I need to. Well, I mean, like most people would bring batteries or RTGs, right? But RTGs are not available at this point in the game. So that will be something that we actually have to try and make people aware of in the contract, right? I think that's the way to go. We'll just be like, be careful. You will be in the shadow if you're too close. You know, something like that. I mean, we literally called it to the shadow zone. I mean, that should help, right? You'd have thought. Yeah, we got 2 Kerbals. Get on the treadmill and the exercise bike. Make some kinetic power to chemical power. Okay, here we go. Get close, get close, get close. I don't know how close we can actually get it, but I'd like to. 10, 9, 8. Okay, I'm gonna turn the engines down now. 5% engine. I don't know what happens when we just try and stop here, and I'd like to find out. I think it is literally the case that... Okay, 6 meters per second is the point where we lose stability. We've got to be moving at least 6 meters per second faster than Kerbin, or the centrifugal force is not enough to hold us in place. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because I was saying at the beginning that the thing, like here, at L1, on the sun side, the sun's gravity and Kerbin's gravity is what is holding you in spot, as well as the fact that you're actually moving slower and Kerbin's pulling. But on this side, all the gravity is on one side, and the only thing that is keeping you in this spot is the fact that you are moving faster than these two, and they're trying to slow you down, right? Yeah, I think, yeah. All right, let's just pick up some speed here. Just to bring these back into circles. How circular can we make these circles? I mean, that'll do. So then, I don't know whether the contract breaks if I let this out. So let's make the new quick save and undock. Whoa, okay, things. We need to position this out. And we need to look... not that way, but indeed this way. Oh, we got power, right? Why is that not deploying? Did I miss the... What? Well, anyway. We should be able to... Oh, there's no... Oh, really? Okay, there are some order of operation issues here. So I actually asked, can you see it back here? That things go into a parameter group, but we don't have the sequence. So I can make a sequence, and I haven't done that here. But also, this part test. Let's come back and looky over. We got no. I want to looky at this. This is you guys, by the way. This is what I see during stream. Here's you. Here's my view. I get some other things to look at here, but mostly I just keep track of this lot. We want a contract config, and for some reason we're at some weird contract here. Just I thought this would name all the different things, but it turns out no. Those are not the science experiments as they are named in the group, which is outrageous, to be fair. So in these parameters, you've got a bunch of miscellaneous here. All, any, at least, most, none, not sequence. Sequence is what I want to put in. Okay, and the other problem is the part test. Let's read something from the part test. I know you're here somewhere. No staging, plant flag, part test, okay? Part test for testing parts, not just for activating. The parameter should support child parameters. Okay. To unlock part as experimental so it can be tested. Also, for the part to work with part test, the part needs to have a module test subject in its part configuration. The two relevant fields use staging and use event. Okay, so I need to make this. This is going to be something I do in between. I would have to learn this. I don't know exactly what's going on. It's possible to add module test subjects to parts that don't have it using Module Manager. I've been using Module Manager for a very long time. But we've managed to get the transmit going well. We've managed to get yourself out there very well. I'm not very good at making standalone craft, it turns out, but that's okay. And I think with that, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see you guys over here. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next time. You're not an anime girl. I'm not sure about that, Wick. I'll see you guys next time, where hopefully I'll have this entirely polished, and then we'll be able to play it in the actual mission. But I will see you then. Oh, well, I gotta do that. Bye. Look, just deploying it sent it so far off of track. Bye. I've lost my page. I've lost you, OBS. Where is it? There's so many things.